Alrighty then. So I wanted to give my final thoughts on my Chimera theory. Um and answering who Pochita is more or less. Um in the in the time between now and the final chapter of Chainsaw Man. And hopefully it's not the final chapter. Hopefully part 3, but who knows. So I guess the quick rundown of what the Chimera theory is would it be um that the hybrids, what they are was something that was eaten by you know, Chainsaw Man, right, or Pochita. So that concept's erased. And what I determined was that I think it's a chimera devil. Um, or rather, I think everything is a chimera because I think all of the devils are like multiple different devils put together, but because the chimera devil was eaten, basically nobody remembers that chimeras or hybrids exist. So original theory was that Pochita is the dog, the dog devil, the chainsaw, devil. Um, and I think I said originally stated that I thought he like ate the chimera devil. Although I feel like I'm gonna revise that in a bit here. Um, so with this final part, it gave me stuff to think about because like you got Vegeta eating himself, but like here's the thing. He's like the heart and he's also the chainsaw. So like those are like two distinct entities. Plus then you got the dog form. So that's like three distinct entities. Um and with Pochita eating part of himself, being the heart, um that also got me thinking, well, what if instead of like Pochita ate the Chimera Devil or whatever we want to call it, what if part of Pochita was the Chimera? So he ate the Chimera part of himself. Um, and because they're all chimeras, I suppose they're technically instead of like Chimera Devil, it's more like Chimera Chimera. And because nobody remembers chimeras, technically that would make it the Devil Devil. So whatever you want to call it, Chimera Chimera, Devil Devil. I think Pochita was the Devil Devil or Chimera Chimera, whatever you want to call it. But he ate that part of himself, so nobody really remembers like that. Nobody really remembers that these things are like multiple entities put together. Nobody remembers that they're actually called chimeras. Um, and we just call them devils now, even though they're like multiple entities mashed together. So they're chimeras technically, not devils. Well, I guess they're devils. I mean, you might as well call them devils because nobody remembers chimeras. Um, so yeah, that's the kind of like new, like updated kind of theory. Was there more I wanted to say? Yeah, so like how Pochita is now eating the heart. I think he previously ate the chimera part of himself. Um, and because he's only eating the heart, he's not eating the dog. He's not technically eating the chainsaw side of him. He's eating the heart. So what is this heart? Is it the heart attack devil or chimera? Is it the heart devil or chimera? Maybe it's heart disease chimera devil. Maybe it's like what would be the word, like organ transplant, because technically he transplanted his organ into Denji. Maybe that's the devil slash chimera that he represents in this form. Um, yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with like organ transplant. So let's say he eats this. So essentially, I think what will happen Is this you cannot transplant organs anymore, which I think would be the less drastic of like if it's the heart devil and just hearts disappear. I don't know, but yeah, and then so technically because it's the heart and not the dog version of himself, dogs will still exist, and because it's not the chainsaw version of himself, chainsaws should still exist. So the only things that are gone are the chimera, which was Ian long ago, and now the heart, or heart attack, or you know, organ transplant, whatever whatever the heart's representing. So now I guess the question is also what does which one of these has like the power to erase stuff? It would have to be chainsaw form because chainsaw form's the one eating. I think there is something else I'm not considering. There's like another form here, or something. There's something that explains the erasure ability in general, because it doesn't make sense for chainsaw. It doesn't make sense for dog. It doesn't make sense for the forgotten chimera, and it doesn't make sense for heart. There's like a another thing here that like explains the erasure ability. I don't entirely know what it is, but yeah. Um, what else? Yeah. So let's. These guys are like, he's gone. He's not in the equation anymore. He's now gone, not in the equation anymore. And we still have dog and chainsaw. So yeah, I mean, realistically, in the final chapter, my theory is not getting confirmed or denied, and it'll still be up in the air whether or not my theory like holds water. Because like I don't think we're getting anything that pushes this theory in any one direction. Like we're probably not getting a dog. Um so we cannot like confirm or deny that dogs disappeared. We're probably not seeing a chainsaw, so we're not confirming. Well, we could see a chainsaw, or we could not see chainsaws. Um, actually, if we did see a chainsaw, that I don't know. If we saw a chainsaw next chapter, that would go against this theory, I suppose. But no, if we saw a chainsaw, no, if we saw a chainsaw, that'd be fine. If we saw no chainsaws, or if it was confirmed that there were no chainsaws, I would go against this theory. Um, maybe. I don't know. Although a chimera is like multiple entities in one, but it's also like one solid entity. So like, would eating just the heart be enough to also get rid of these two? I don't know. I want to say no. I think he's only getting rid of part of himself. Um, I don't know. Realistically, whatever happens in this final chapter, it's not gonna bring an answer to whether or not any of this was true or not. But it's just like the thing that I've often thought about trying to like figure out what is Pochita's deal? Who is what are the hybrids? And Chimera Theory is kind of just the conclusion I came to. So I don't know. We're definitely not getting any confirmation or deconfirmation in the final chapter, but I did want to just like give my final thoughts because I did kind of have this revelation with there being these separate entities, dog, chainsaw. Well, I guess that was part of the original theory, but the new part is like the heart. The heart is another separate entity because I thought like because I was thinking like what gave like Pochi the like the ability to like just become Denji's heart? Like That's not dog related. That's not chainsaw related. So I thought, okay, hearts or like heart transplant, that has to be like another side of Pochita. Is that he's also like the heart devil or the organ transplant devil or something. So that's what the heart is. That was like the big new revelation that I've thought with this latest chapter was like Pochita also has this heart form, and it's like a separate entity now. It's like a separate part of the Chimera devil thing. Um, so I have no idea what's gonna happen in this last chapter. Like, are we rewinding back to chapter one? That could be interesting. Like, what if we rewound back to chapter one, right? And like, there's no Pochita now, so it's just Denji, and he's like fighting devils, but like the same way he was in chapter one, but without Pochita. Like, it goes back to like where he's originally fighting that tomato devil, but now he just doesn't have Pochita. What if he has like an axe or like an axe devil? What if like part three is like axe man instead of chainsaw man? It's axe man. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Now instead of like chainsaw man, it's axe man. He's got axes for arms. I don't know. I feel like I don't know what to expect with this final chapter. It could go in so many directions. Who knows with Fujimoto? It could go in so many directions, dude. Um, yeah, I guess that's my final thoughts. Yeah. Well, anyways, I just wanted to record this because I was thinking about it heavily this morning. I was like, I just gotta do a video. I just gotta do a video. All right, well, that's all.